to come back left.
I think they got smacked down, Brian.
Wow, another chance for Cat to pull ahead.
Yeah.
Potentially 3 up.
Sten. That seems like a tough lefty line, Brian. There's not a lot of room to move.
Yeah, you don't have that room naturally to the right like the righties do to actually get that late turn, stretch out the distance, so 3 is fine.
Allie Smith flirting with the cut line. She was in when we started the day. Last we checked, she is out, but putting for birdie on 10 right now. Let's take a look at the cut line. Oh, Smith just in by a stroke. That birdie would go a long way to help. Walker, your first out right now. Lina, tee of 6.
It's a bit too far to the right, but might have snuck through a ways to where she has something to play with there.
Holland is fortunate this is just her third. That had OB written all over it, Brian.
Yes, it did. There's the touch from Holland. Real missed opportunity in that second shot.
Yeah. And this is Kensington Metro Park. Brian, letting us know almost 4,500 acres.
Such a wonderful place to explore. I've had the pleasure of getting out after a practice round or doing some work and just exploring this property, and there's just so much to do here.
Tar caught a tree on the right side of the fairway, throwing her second from there.
"20 feet. And now Cat Merge. Getting closer to her lie. Opportunity for birdie on the really tough 5. Only birdie of the day.
Yeah, let's see if your leader can grab a stroke on the field.
Man.
Sten up next.
Sit on down. Oh, a little bit of work left. Kind of sawed that one off.
Just a little too much hyzer out the hand there. About the same distance as Scoggins for her second.
A little bit more obstructed. Oh, what is she going to do? Is she just going to go high forehand here?
Huh.
This is where it would be a benefit to be as tall as someone like Holly Finley or something like that here. Not much visibility of the basket from here.
There is OB Long. I think that checked up in time, though.
Still 33, 34 feet to the basket to save par. It's starting to feel like Owen's chances are starting to dwindle already.
Yeah. She's put a lot of pressure on this putter early.
Still haven't gotten a Merch's Lie yet. Okay, just outside C1.
And it's for at least a 3-stroke lead. everything but in for merch.
She loved it.
Oh, so did I.
She loved
it.
it. And you know what? You know, you read Bob Rotella, Joseph Parent, any of the big golf authors in regards to sports psychology in the sport. It's about making a good stroke. You know, you can't control what happens to the ball or the disc when you make the putt. You just have to make a good stroke and be proud of it, and sounds like Kat did that.
Scoggins coming back for par after the approach went long. Hearted by Scoggins. She's putting pressure on, but the putter's living up right now.
Has to. It has to. There's no chance she's going to sneak back in unless she is putting like that.
Sten also needs to make a putt. She circles edge for par as well. Lovely make from Sten. It's a par putt for Tatar to stay 2 off the lead of Merch.
Yeah. No problem. Moving on. Tricky hole number 6 coming up. I love a hole or stretch of holes like 5 where you got to throw with power and finesse, and then you get up to, or power and precision, you get to hole 6. It's all finesse, changing speeds a little bit.
And as they walk over to 5's tee, or 6's tee, we'll sneak in a break on the network. We'll be back in just a few.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Hanley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at powerdga.com.
I don't flex, I'm a success. I don't flex, flex. I don't flex, flex. Flex, flex. I don't flex, flex. I don't flex, flex. I don't flex, flex. I don't flex, flex.
Hey, hope you're enjoying coverage here on Disc Golf Network. Power Grip has an exclusive deal just for DGN viewers. Now through Sunday, use promo code DGLOW2024 at checkout and get 20% off. Some restrictions apply, but it's valid at both PowerGripEurope.com and PowerGripUSA.com.
Got a good thing coming, and it's all I need. Everything I wanted is in front of me. It's a good.
I ate them very quickly.
Welcome back to the Disc Golf Network's coverage of the Discraft Great Lakes Open, presented by Garrett J. Verberg Company. And we got a little bit of a backup here on 6.
They're not waiting for anybody. No, it's in front of them was nobody.
Hey, we're hearing there might be a little bit of a slower pace of play today due to the wind. Are you seeing that out there?
Who's going for the green? Who's going for the green?
Yeah, I'm seeing it and feeling it. I think it's just to be expected. The course is just so unpredictable right now. It really is gusting up to 25, and you can still feel it here in the woods.
Thank you, Berg.
Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense. I just go full time through the poke and hope.
They're talking about throwing as hard as you can off the tee to see if you can get to the green.
The chase card's done, so they should be getting going here. Ah, so they just walked off the green. Merch up first.
And Kat not going for glory off the tee like they were joking about. We saw Haley do it yesterday. That's why I take it seriously when you have that conversation.
Scoggins. Mid-range looks a little wide. Nah, this is
No, this is what you
beautifully.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's prime positioning. That's a little chip up to the green. Again, this is as old school of a par 4 as you can get. 419. Players are going putter here.
It's 60 feet shorter than the par 3 we just played.
Yeah. Yep.
Tatar in position off the tee. And Sten.
Sten could get up to the green if she wanted to. Turned it just a hair too much. Still in a fine spot.
Right.
8. Hanley, her second. That's a pretty good drive, Brian.
Pretty good drive, really nice, touchy approach.
Let's check out Brian's breakdown, brought to you by our friends at blackinkdisc.com, the premium disc golf store.
Well, I'm going to say number 3 today, control the stress level. You have to stay loose. You have to stay calm. You have to move slow, breathe when you're walking up these hills. Over the course of a weekend, if you're having holes that are bringing you into the rough and you're getting scraped up, you can lose your focus mentally and physically pretty quick, and the course gets really challenging. So, especially with the cut being so soon, I think players are really going to have to focus in on that.
Where's that picture from, Brian?
It's from the Las Vegas Challenge. It was a lifetime round, actually, for me.
What'd you shoot?
It was like a 1076 rated, 13 down. Don't drop your jaw. It happened once or twice in my life. We're not glorifying me here. These ladies we're talking about.
Fair enough, Brian, fair enough. Scoggins, a nice approach. That should work for birdie with her putting skills. $13 to $14. That's nasty at Vegas, man.
I mean, it's a great round, but I would trade it for things that Owen Scoggins has done in a heartbeat. The consistency, the tenacity, the ability to perform under pressure, that's stuff that it's special. Not many players have it.
Merch has a line for her second. Just needs to beat this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, awesome.
That's a great shot again.
Halo Cayman.
Cayman? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like gators.
Talking about the Cayman versus the Gator in the interval lineup, the beaded versus the non-beaded. Overstable mid-range.
Sten set up pretty nicely here, Brian.
Should be a nice straight backhand here. Just got to control the landing. Beautifully done. Another throw-in would have been nice 2 days in a row.
Oh, that's right. Had that beautiful one on 11 yesterday.
She'll take the birdie.
Let's send it down to Perk to call this Tatar shot. What's she looking at, Nate?
She's set up perfect. And the wind's kind of dying down right now. It was really up for Anniken's little shot right there. She's close enough. She's going to be able to go overstable approach. Flattens it out just barely. Going to get a little skip. Oh, it hits the rock to keep it from the bullseye, but she's still just 20 feet out for the birdie look.
Awesome stuff from Tatar. Thank you, Perkins. A little robbed, but still a great shot.
I mean, 15 feet's all right.
T of 7, Lina. A little overturned, a little low from Lina, but hopefully our arm can cover that up with a good second.
Starting to warm up a bit. Players starting to shed some layers. Quite a bit of golf left, and players in the lead card about to clock out on hole 6 and grab their birdies and move on to 7. Quite a few short par 4s out here. That's kind of the name of the game. It's so different from the MPO course. It feels like it's a tale of two nines for the MPO, but then for the FPO, you can score all over the place here. You just have to stay calm and stick to your game plan.
Tatar to kick off a likely star frame for the lead card. Kind of fun. Lina is looking for her best finish in the States, 5th being her best showing so far. That was at Jonesboro.
Not gonna happen. See one miss for Kristen. You see the branches blowing off in the distance. You wonder if it was just a misread on the wind.
Doing Murch a favor there on the green.
You start to question if it's gonna actually affect your putter or not. Is it actually as strong as the background makes it seem?
Scoggins, the approach was a little long, coming back for birdie. Perfectly done by Owen. Sten should make short work of this birdie, and this will get her off the schneid, Brian.
Yep. On the board. Well done.
Back at level on the day. Just had that one bogey back on 4.
And still tied for 6th place. Still a lot of room to jump up the leaderboard.
Murch for 3 strokes on the field.
Still cooking. Still leaning on that forehand. Love to see the full game come together for Murch.
Second shot for Lina on 7. You saw the drive. A little out of position. It'll be right, left, and long. My goodness, can she shape a disc?
Really nice flex shot there.
A
Much
chance.
easier to keep the disc low when you're throwing that angle.
Birdie putt for Hanley on 8. That grabbed a share of 3rd for Hanley. Murch all of a sudden with a 3-stroke lead at the Discraft Great Lakes Open. We'll be right back.
Want to play chess but don't know how to get started? Try chess.com. Play for free against someone at your level or challenge one of our friendly computer bots. Trying to improve your chess? Learn the Queen's Gambit and other openings with guided interactive lessons. Like chess but don't want the pressure of playing games? Chess.com has hundreds of thousands of fun puzzles to help you relax and sharpen your mind. Play your friends, make new ones around the world, follow the latest games, and more. Sign up and play for free at chess.com today.
Backup hole. Y'all ready for this?
Girl, we're always ready.
Yep.
Sarah, have you tried this new True Athlete pre-workout? It's so good. Good food, good birdie.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Soup's up. What's even in there? It is birdies.
I think the Blackwell Pro is the best practice basket I ever had at home. What I love most about this basket is that it catches really well. It's kind of exactly what you want. If you're looking for a great solution for a practice basket, Blackwell Pro.
In my opinion, the PA3 is the best putter I have ever thrown, the best putter I've ever putted with. I just get a clean release whether I'm throwing it, whether I'm putting with it. My name is Isaac Robinson, one-time world champion, and I putt with the PA3.
And if you are just joining us, Cat Merch has opened up a 3-stroke lead, started with 1, has added 2 through 6 holes.
I said this earlier, the tempo on her putt just shows that she is locked in. She's not nervous, she's controlling those emotions really well. Again, look, it's coming out of her hand with no wobble. When she gets nervous, that putter does not have revs on it. And she's throwing the forehand really well, got to throw a nice safe one off the tee on 1. Look at the shape here.
Yeah. Perfect approach on 6 with a tap-in birdie. Tatar with a circle 1 miss. So let's grab that 3rd stroke. She's looking great so far. 30.
Dancing great as well.
She is. 50% birdie rate, no bogeys on the round.
Not sure what you call that one.
The Cat Merch special.
The champion's dance, I guess.
There we go. T of 7 now with your leader.
Laser beam down the fairway. She's up to the flat.
Scoggins. Was that a Men's Warehouse reference?
I believe it was. Decent line there for Ohm, but I'm not sure if she can throw the forehand from there.
You saw the approach for line out. Now the birdie putt on 7. It's a long one, though. Yeah, I don't mind that with the OB long.
There's no reason to get sneaky back there.
Sten back on the tee of the same. Dancing up and down.
We'll see what kind of line she has there by those trees, but still up to the flat spot.
Tatar.
Yep. And unlike Anakin, Kristen gets to throw a hyzer from there. She doesn't have to shape something with too much finesse.
That's a great point. T of 9, Hanley.
It's got to hold that stable edge, snap back out.
Ooh, top back just in time.
Why is it on the windy day? I find it.
It's funny
Disc
how that
golf.
works.
Holland, you gotta love it.
Again, you pick a disc, you make an educated guess, you hope that the wind is blowing in your favor, and it was.
You said it yesterday, a game of imperfection.
Truly. And a day like this, you step up to T1 and you know you don't have to be perfect on a day like this. Everyone's going to struggle. Everyone's going to get stressed out. And you just have to come up there with no expectations. And to key in on one player, Kat truly sounds like she's not putting any expectations on herself, even with the target on her back. It's hard to do that.
It's easier when you numb out, Brian.
And you know what? Good for her. That is not an easy skill to learn. Owen wants to flex that forehand, but she's going to have to ride the right side for a lot longer than she's comfortable with.
And it's a big swing, Brian.
Yeah. I mean, if you miss the angle, you're going OB.
God, it feels like a layup is the... Would you cater into a layup right here?
Well, Justin tries to get her to lay up all the time, and then she laughs in his face and does something like this, so we'll see. Yeah, don't tell Owen to lay up. I'll never forget hole 15 last year, final round. She has a 70-foot uphill putt. Justin says, "You got to lay this one up, Owen." She goes, drains the putt in his face. She's laughing all the way down.
The wife is always right, Brian.
I mean, sometimes I feel like he does that kind of stuff to fire her up. Next level caddy move.
Sten will have to split the wickets with her second.
Yeah, look at this window.
It looked overturned out of the hand, but that's a great result to a miss. Headed for out of bounds kicks back in. On 9, Hanley. A step outside the bullseye for birdie. And this has not been birdied yet today. Hanley, a stroke on the field.
Solo third place right now. She's climbing. She's currently up 4 spots.
Back to 7 for Murch after a gem of a drive. Just fading down the hill. Should stay in, though.
It's going to be a long look.
It was gross. It was, but we know it's not your line.
Jared Black on the bag for Cat Murch. Couple of characters right there. That's for sure.
He was caddying for Paige a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Tatar lined up for her second. Hopefully that tree is not in the follow through. We'll have a long look. Let's get a birdie. And maybe a stroke on Murch.
It's going to be a battle. This is 2 tough putts, but Kristen's the one who has to act. She's got to put the pressure on Cat now.
80 line a tee of 8. Oh, yeah.
That's
Wow.
exactly what you're looking for.
She's got some forehand pop, too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You were saying that earlier. We saw it right there. Live on the tee of 10 with Hanley. Would have liked some fade, but there might be an angle over there.
It's a pretty short par 4. You just have to advance the fairway a little bit.
Sten's third. Fortunate to be in bounds. Takes advantage and drops in par from there.
Owen stepping up to an opportunity for birdie.
Beautiful language. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna the same. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like the tar is out.
It's about 38 feet uphill.
Stay at least 3 back, maybe 2.
This could tempt Cat Murch to go for the putt if she wasn't already.
Now Murch has a chance to make it 4 strokes on the field. Birdie putt for Scoggins. Oh, back to level on the day, Brian.
Took her a little bit, but now she has a lot of opportunities to birdie and go deep under par and save a solid round like we've seen her do time and time again.
Murch for 4 strokes.
I am thoroughly impressed with how she's carried herself. She's going up against the best players in the world.
The best player in the world is right on her heels, too.
Man.
Well, she was right on her heels. Now
And she
she's
seems calm.
She's a couple paces back now.
And she seems completely calm.
She does.
We can't say she's some, you know, new young competitor, though. She's been out here since she was young.
19, something like that.
It's time.
Yeah. Gannon, her second fairway of 8. Macy bends that one to a drop-in birdie. Lina, her second on the same.
Missed opportunity there. Wide open up and down, but still an opportunity for birdie. Let's fly 8 and dive into the challenge here. This for the FPO division is a short par 4. Ideally, if you're going to get picky, you want to put a forehand out there far on the left side, opening up that angle, kind of like Haiti Lina gave you. And then you just got to traverse this low ceiling and get up to the pin. It's pretty unprotected. Ian, what are your thoughts on this hole?
I think it's there. You could maybe use a little change on the pin to make it more. That second shot is a little too easy, Brian.
Maybe get them to play with the ceiling that the MPO deal with. Yeah, I think you might be right. Or a shorter pin from the same pad.
There you go. Lina for birdie. A quick break at the Discraft Great Lakes Open. We'll be right back.
Tone technology by Clash Discs.
Pre-flight check complete. We are go for launch. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Go for launch.
OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
Not just marketing.
It's only the best.
We're tough.
Yeah.
And we love the outdoors, right? But poison ivy's nasty, even for tough guys like us. So we use Zanfel.
Zanfel works fast and washes away the itch.
Zanfel neutralizes toxins and washes them from your skin. In seconds, the itch is gone. Healing begins.
When you get poison ivy, get Zanfel. It works. Immediate relief, and we're right back to being tough, right?
Right.
Got poison ivy, get Zanfel.
It works.
Jonathan! Jonathan! Jonathan!
Wow! Jonathan! Skulle du visa?
Hi. Yeah, check this pad out.
I think you should use your wrist a little bit more. Is he okay?
Nah, he's fine.
And we are celebrating 10 years on the Pro Tour with our 10 season supporter box. Only 500 available. Those numbers are dwindling rapidly. Awesome disc swag. All for the Disc Golf Pro Tour Pro Shop. All in her second on 10. She's off the fairway right. It's going to make this angle tough, Brian.
Mm-hmm. I still think she can get up there, again, with this short pin. Only 507. Might be a low ceiling.
Did you catch the finish?
I don't think it was great. She's about 50 feet or so.
Back on 9, Gannon. Looking for birdie number 2 from the field. That'll par. Wow, that Holland Hanley shot was pretty impressive on 9, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Murch, 8. That is a big miss from your leader, Brian.
2-stroke swing possible here.
Scoggins. That's exactly what you need off the tee. Sten.
This is where being a lefty feels good.
2 shots moving the right way for Sten on this one. Here's the first.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a little chip up to the basket for birdie.
Tatar 1 over on the last 4 after the 2 for 3 start. Does that really matter that much, Ryan? Or
if she is right next to the stump when she marks it, yeah, it's going to be annoying. But she's pretty far up there.
Putt for birdie for Hanley on 10. Left this one wide and short. And a little extra want on that one as it sails the basket. Back to 8. Murch, her third after the OB tee shot. And OB still in play on this one, too. It's a long putt for par for Murch to keep it clean. And hopefully bleed only 1 stroke to Tatar and Scoggins.
Now Kristen's got to step up to this lie, and she's got to execute a pretty tight forehand. Nate Perkins, if you're down there and you see Kristen's lie, can you give us an assessment? Is it trickier than it seems?
It shouldn't be too bad, Brian. She's on the front side of that tree. She's marking it now. The wind is not going to be helping her out, though. It's going to be right to left for her, so she's going to have to put a little bit more spin on this if she wants to actually get toward that bullseye. And she's hit it wide. Yeah, and that wind's just not going to let it skip up the hill. She's going to have a circle's edge putt uphill into the headwind.
Scary proposition on this green, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Perkins.
Again, the wind always comes off the road here. It's like one of the few places on the course that has a consistent wind, and it's not a favorable one.
Uphill headwind is not what you're looking for, Brian?
I don't think so. I mean, when you have a spin putt that's relatively flat like Kristen's, that's about as good as you can get.
Scoggins had a great drive. This is her second. And that's a chance for Scoggins to grab 1, at least 1, maybe 2 on the leader. Back 6 right now. Sten, a beautiful drive.
Oh, yeah.
tee of 9, King. Another woman that can definitely get the birdie.
I think that was an early turnaround because she liked it.
She liked it? Okay. I think you're right.
That was all business. Nice shot.
Hanley, tee of 11, downhill, dogleg right. This is pushing towards the pin for Holland.
I think that's going to be great. Still probably short right, but I still think it's going to be good.
On 8's green, Murch,
Oh,
save
boy.
par. And look at the gust here. She is a hyzer putter, Brian.
I mean, this is 25 miles an hour in her face.
I think 25 was 10 miles an hour ago.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I was just going to wonder if you lay that one up, you know? With the slope, with the wind, the uphill putt.
It's wide open now. Just like that.
But right here.
She's going to make this putt.
This is for double bogey.
Now she has a really tough crosswind.
All right. Better air ball than metal hit.
This could be a 4-stroke swing here.
Wow.
It could be a tie, or actually, Kristen could potentially take a stroke.
Yeah, so Murch is going to triple, right?
Yes, you're right. It could be a tie game.
Yeah. So birdie putt for Tatar. And a share of the lead. That happened quickly.
Clutch. So clutch. She has that little nose up, flat spin putt, perfect for the headwind. Fired at the top of the cage and let it lift in. Wow. I mean, that opens the door for players like Holland Hanley, too.
Oh, it
Owen Scoggins.
It brings the field in a big way. Scoggins makes her a lot more relevant now. We'll be just 2 off the lead if this goes in. Oh, and he missed this putt yesterday as well. Oof. Un-Scoggins like Brian. Sten gets off the schneid and on the board with a birdie on 8. A disappointing par out of Owen Scoggins and a very disappointing triple for your leader, Kat Murch. Brian, let's talk about this decision to run the putt. She stood over this for a while, and it was gusting.
I mean, the worst part is the wind is blowing that head cross to the right, so if you hit metal, it's going to help you roll down the hill. And she's putting with hyzer already, which slams it down. She needed to putt that 3 to 4 feet higher, I feel like. And I don't know. When you're in the lead by that many, and you're putting well, it's hard to not.
Yeah, sure. Take your foot off the gas.
I guess.
Yeah. Tie ball game at the D-Glow, just like that. King grabs a second birdie of the day on hole 9. That tells me you got to have a monster arm to even think about the 2 on 9, man.
Yeah, it's a special disc too. I mean, we watched both of Holland Hanley and Haley throw something pretty overstable and ride that right side, and just like that, folks, Kat Murch has allowed Holland, Owen, I mean, I'd even say the players at 11 still have a chance.
Sure. There's still big stroke swinging holes all the way down the stretch.
We still have 1.5 rounds left here at this championship.
Shouts to Rebecca Cox of 4 spots today. She's just having herself a year, Brian.
Yes, she is. Love watching Rebecca Cox out there. Just continuously getting better and better. Ian, I thought she was going to be short right on this forehand.
Uh-huh. Oh.
I would say maybe just a tiny bit short right, maybe an inch.
You're technically right, which is the best kind of right, Brian.
I'm not going to accept that. She got me.
What a shot from Hanley. Birdies on 9, 10, and 11. 8, 9, 11 is the correction there. Sten, tee of 9. Gosh, that had a shape on it, but just a skosh wide. And gosh, Perkins. What's Sten looking at for her second?
Oh, it's not going to be great. I'm actually going to have to go over there and help her look because it's just, 10 feet high of thorn bushes.
Oh my. We'll hope for the best for Sten as Tatar steps up.
She's been crushing this thing on Heiser. Look at that.
Gorgeous. The stand up to get the flat and then back. Perfectly done. Scoggins.
Curious to see how the wind treats this flex. Oh, it likes it.
That's a beaut as well. Way down there. She outdrove Missy Gannon by a lot.
I'd love to see her give this one a bid just to say that she got a 470-foot birdie.
You'd love to see it. Let's check out the bounce back from Murch after the triple hockey stick on 8.
That's not coming back, is it?
No, it never quite got over. There is drama at the D-Glow. We'll be right back.
Hello, we're Kenna. We're a Dutch growing company. We love plants and we want to tell you some cool things about them. Just like humans, plants can communicate. They can sense when another plant is close. Plants look out for each other too. They warn neighbors about nearby threats by secreting substances. And studies have shown that plants love a good tune. We love and understand plants. Let our passion excite you too.
Life is good, yeah. Life is good, yeah.
Discraft built for flight. Built for flight.
Okay.
Sten in trouble.
There's this-
Off the fairway on 9.
Out. Okay.
Perkins, we saw the out for Sten. How's the result? What's she looking at for her third?
Yeah, it was nose up and stalling. Looked like it might even be blown backwards, but it's just on the outskirts, and she probably has 160 in right here, and it's relatively calm right now for her third.
Oh, good news there. Thank you, Perkins. We're now looking at her third. Nate, walk us through this one.
Yeah, she's going to try and just nose up this mid-range, and it slows up a little early, but she's going to have a 20-footer for the single bogey.
Thank you, Perk. King, second shot on 10 after a nice drive and a great birdie on 9.
Nicely done. Textbook.
Bullseye for King. That'll get Haley to 11 overall. 5 off the lead. After the huge drive for Lina, almost grabs the 2.
That would have been nice.
That was fun.
Shortened up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Oh. Nice little way to hit the brakes.
Yeah, it was. At least it didn't go anywhere. Cat Merch on 9 just has to lay up from a little short left. She does that pretty well.
And here's an opportunity. After Owen takes her putt, Kristen can take a stroke.
Grab the solo lead.
And Owen laid up, so now Kristen's opportunity.
I believe the first time she'll be at the top by herself if this goes in. It looked like it got just a little lift.
I mean,
but that's all it took to miss,
yeah.
right?
Elevated pin in the wind. It's hard. It's funny they give the FPO 470-foot par 3, and they go, you know what? We gotta pop this basket up.
12. Hanley, a birdie putt. Looks like circle 2. Dangerous proposition. Wow! Big time stuff from Hanley. A clean 6 right now. And she was powered by Nakwa as she powered this disc up the hill.
She was powered by Mother Nature. Look at this air bounce. Whoop! Just kind of stalled in the air a bit. No chains needed. That's basketball right there. What a putt.
That's a double G special.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, if these baskets didn't have chains, double G would be the best putter in the world. By far. Sten for bogey. Nice cleanup. Good Band-Aid putt from Sten. We'll slide back to even. Par putt from Merch to maintain her share of the lead. Confident make from Cat. Tatar nearly grabbed the third birdie of the day on 9. Drop in par as a result. Same for Scoggins.
Off to the back we go.
Birdie putt for Gannon on 10. You saw the first 2 from Missy. King and Lina tapping in birdies on that one.
Okay.
It's tightening.
I'm starting to feel like everyone at 11 or better has a chance to take this thing down, especially after what we saw on hole 8 with Cat Merch. I think that can happen to anybody with the winds like this. Wow. This tournament's been tugging at our heartstrings in both divisions.
The lead bouncing all over the place. The disc rolling all over the place. Oh, the Digo rollerway specials are
every time, every single year. But the players know.
Yeah.
They know what to expect on these greens. They know what they're going for. They know what the risks are.
Tee of 10, Tatar. Big golf line.
That works just fine. She's starting to really trust that driver.
Scoggins.
Sit on down.
Oh, I love that area.
I don't like some on the left, though, honestly.
In a row.
She's being serious.
Yeah, she is.
Just fine.
Yeah. Nice little standstill forehand from there. She's in birdie business. Merch.
Oh, it's not going to turn.
It's not OB or anything, but
I don't think that's bad.
Yeah.
I think she can throw a flick from there. It's not going to be super fun, but possible.
Sten.
Way to be, lefty. Nice and simple. Eyes are on the second.
Taylor Chosek putting for birdie on 18. You make the putt, you make the cut. Probably the best athlete in the field.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh,
not going to fall. I got a feeling we're going to see her making some cuts very soon.
She's already flirting with a cut at a pro tour and this new to the game.
Just another one of those athletes that's really figured out the throw and just trying to put all the pieces together. So close.
Sten, her second on 10.
Nice.
Riding around Kensington Metro Park in our Flight Factory drone. Beautiful shot of the area. Michigan is pretty, Brian.
If you haven't been up here to play disc golf, whether it's the Toboggan or any other course they have up here, pick a town. Doesn't even matter. You'll find yourself thoroughly enjoying the disc golf culture here.
Scoggins' second is out and shaping.
Go in. Go in.
Flashing chains.
That was deja vu from yesterday. Hits something on the backswing, pauses, and makes a good correction here and actually puts herself inside the circle.
Perkins, how is Merch looking off fairway left as we look at Tatar's second?
Yeah, Merch isn't looking great. She's got a low ceiling and the rough is pretty tall as well. So I'd be surprised if she had enough space to get into the circle.
Now you got Kristen stretching out left.
Tried to snap it over.
I think that's good, but it's not going to be great. She's still going to have to work to get that birdie.
Hanley, tee of 13. 13 playing as the easiest hole on the course, par 4 for the division. Eagleable for Hanley, though. Not with that drive, though.
This hole's weird. You got to throw the disc so downhill. You got the swirling winds today.
Second for Merch. Looks like she's going to go around the outside of this tree a little. Yeah. Perkins is not surprised, as more or less the result he expected from that tough spot over there.
It's a long look. Doors open again for Kristen. She's going to take advantage at some point.
They do have Tatar in circle 1. Lina on 11.
That's a bit too much turn. Up and down for par down there.
Birdie putt for Murch. So we maintain at least a share. On line, tries up just inches short.
She's done that a few times. Right on line. She's still locked in.
Yeah, the bounce back after 8 was really nice. It didn't seem to affect her
at all.
Yeah. Strong mental game from Murch. Sten has a look at birdie. I believe this is circle 2, though. Nope, they're giving us circle 1.
Gorgeous. Really clean putt there.
Sten fighting back to under par on the day. And then as a share of 5th with Haiti Lina. Tatar for the outright lead.
Missed one from about the same distance on the previous hole. Chance for redemption. Not gonna happen again.
No.
Another chance to take a stroke. Not gonna happen. Keeping things tight.
Scoggins to grab a stroke on Murch and Tatar. Get within 2 of the lead. Yes. Gosh, it could have been 1 if not for that putt back on 8. Scoggins is still in this, Brian.
And Ian, we were wrong again about Holland Hanley's drive on 13. We thought it got caught up.
Yeah.
She is parked for birdie from 4 feet.
That's her second shot, Brian. Par 4.
Save the birdie.
Save the birdie, though. Yeah. Oh, here's that second shot. Landed in a pretty nice spot for the gap. Haha, you love it. Lina on 11. Almost stends it in, Brian.
Would have been nice.
That would have been cool. Hanley has a share of the lead from the 3rd card. 7 down.
On a day like today, 7 is amazing.
That is pretty special from Hanley. That happened quickly. A 3-way tie at the top. One of those lurking on the 3rd card. The action is awesome at the D-Lo right now. Let's check out our Innova hot rounds, and Holland Hanley, I'd be surprised if she's not at the top. Ooh, Ella Hansen doing some things.
Second place finisher last year, 23 under on the event.
14. I mean, this would be a pretty big snafu if she doesn't birdie this one, Brian.
She's going to hyzer out to the left side of the fairway. Nice conservative shot. That should be a chip. Feels like 13 and 14 for the FPO. You just have to get out and play, and then Get up, get your birdies, and move on.
Yeah.
Anakin, Chris, and Kat.
11 though. Ooh. Bonus birdie here. Five birdies on the day.
It's harder. Miss that.
That tree on the left side is the Owen Scoggins blocker. It's right where her discs like to flex out.
Eleven's pretty friendly if you miss, though. You know, you can usually get up and down.
Definitely, yeah. 442 downhill. Doesn't play 442.
Sten. Oh, I love that out of her hand, Brian.
Yeah. It's tricky. It's really, really tricky.
That gap is a ways down the fairway, too. You know?
It really is. You have to throw a lot straighter than you think. You don't have a lot of room left or right.
Tatar. That's a great look at the gap from the Flight Factory. Shows you how really small that is.
Yeah, and still, how far away she is.
And a reminder, you got coupon code DGLOW24 for 15% off your order over at flightfactorydisc.com. You can celebrate Holland Hanley's great day with some Holland Hanley gear over there. Merch, one of your 3 leaders, now on the tee of 11. She's trying to bend it over.
Couldn't quite get it. Not bad, though. That's going to be decent range.
Yeah, I was like, I got that.
King, 12. Scene of that fantastic birdie from Hanley a few moments ago.
Perfect. Nice shot. Like we said yesterday, if you want to get to the bullseye on this one, you got to throw something a lot more technical.
Lina. Another arm that could definitely get into circle 1. Oh my goodness, this was popped. Too much, Brian.
Yeah, just too much turn. That's what's kind of tough about this hole. It's a ways up the hill, but you don't get to flex it.
There is your lead car making their way down 11's fairway from our Flight Factory drone. Great perspective on the hole. You can really see how steep that tee shot is from this angle.
Oh yeah, again, it does not play 442. The angle makes it tricky. Distance-wise, you can get there with either. Another one of those newer holes out here with the toboggan.
Sten right at the corner for her second. Looks like something slow and overstable. That was a little high out of the hand.
Oop.
Yeah.
Circle's edge in the rough.
She's shown some greatness from Circle's Edge, though.
Definitely. Definitely. It's just in this wind. You just want to be as close to the bullseye as possible.
On 14, Hanley, her second. If she can get up and down, she'll grab the lead from the third card. There is nothing wrong with that one from Holland.
A little bit off the line, she said, but circle 1 putting for birdie.
Back to 11 for Scoggins' second. Circle 1 long. Just have that come back for par.
It's awesome to see Hanley playing so well today. I mean, do you recall just the sheer frustration that it seemed like was coming out of her every single time we panned to her yesterday? I mean, it was just a tough round out there.
The wind was really getting the better of her.
It was, and she wasn't trusting her equipment. The shots were just not crisp, and then today it seems like she woke up and definitely took it personally.
Watching Holland is an interesting experience, you know, because she always just has the highest ceiling.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, there's no shot she can't throw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember earlier in the year she was telling me she's working on her flippy mid-range forehands, and I was like, okay, what do you need those for?
Gosh. Tatar, a long look at birdie for the solo lead, though. Peters out just a little early. Lina, birdie putt on 12. Good reaction off the metal as that does settle. King also has a birdie look, other side of the green. That was for a share of 5th with Lina and Sten, not to be for King though. Did settle in circle 1 for her par putt. Back to 11, Murch looking at birdie.
Looks relatively calm right now.
Got it! A monster make for Murch. Grabs the solo lead once again, Brian. Awesome stuff. Murch is dangerous in circle 2.
I love that she's just not afraid to run some of these really risky C2 putts. Yes, this one on 11 was a pretty flat green, but she gives it a full bid and commits no matter what it is.
They're looking for the Sten approach, I think. Looks like it's been found as they scatter. Looking down from our flight factory at a par putt for Annika and Sten. Doesn't look too far.
Just looks annoying. You wonder how flimsy the little leaves are. Yeah. That's frustrating. It's been an up and down day for Annika and Sten.
Yeah, it's birdie bogey on the last 4.
Just hasn't found a rhythm.
Scoggins to stay 3 behind Murch and grab a par. There's a no doubter from Moan Scoggins. Nice putt. Tatar lines up par. Now 1 back of Murch thanks to that huge putt from Cat. Bogey for Sten. She'll slide back to King, the share of 6th. One more look at this Murch make for the solo lead. Big time from circle 2.
And you hear it right away, yup.
She knew it was hearted.
I mean, look at the way it's flying. It flies like she put so much intention behind it. No wobble. Wasn't lofty. See her all the time throughout the season, just grinding on the practice basket.
Hanley to maintain her share of the lead from a different card. Yes. Clean 8 for Holland, 4 in a row on a really tough stretch. 9's in there.
I want people to key in on this leaderboard. Look how many winners there are on this leaderboard. Holland, Kat, Kristen, Owen, Ella, Anakin, Haley, Missy.
Yeah.
So many unique winners here gunning for the top spot.
The parody's been fantastic the last couple of years.
Yes, it has.
15, Hanley.
No problems there.
Back to 13 for King. The broom still in Jennifer Allen's hands. She thinks it's a little late. It looked right on time to me, though.
I think it's a little good.
Yeah, that's going to be an eagle putt. Awesome stuff from King.
If you throw it too inside, you challenge the branches on that one guardian tree in the middle. You'd rather challenge the thinner left side.
Don't give up yet, Haley. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a look at eagle.
Circle 2 is the update from our scorer, Brian. Awesome. Get some Finley Nux for that one. Back to 12 for Merch. That blue disc again, Brian.
Is it going to flip all the way? Yeah, that's great. Circle 1. A couple feet lower, that might have flipped and pushed right to the basket, but tough shot here. Take what you can get.
Own, flexing a backhand up the hill. This is a lot to ask for the Scoggins arm. It's just thrown straight uphill. It feels like you're thrown into the sky. Tatar.
One of my favorite parts about spectating on the ground, sometimes everyone collectively knows a shot's going to be perfect the moment it leaves the player's hand.
Yeah.
That was exactly that.
Sten.
Too much turn there for Sten. That's going to be a long look from C2, I believe.
And if you'd like to support the Paul Macbeth Foundation and St. Jude in their missions by entering the raffle this week, you can win a basket used during D-Glow from 2020 to 2023. Perfect for pickup or shipping within the continental U.S. The raffle closes Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. Winners announced before the end of the final round ends. You can scan that QR code right there to check out the raffle, make a difference, and maybe even support a future world champion. Love that. A few better causes in St. Jude. Heinold and the team have donated a ton of money to that cause over the years. It's been awesome, man.
Unbelievable, man. It's great to see the impact that our sport has.
Scoggins, 12-2. Perfect. Exactly what you need from there. Hanley, her second on 15. This drive was near perfection, although
it's got to fight.
Doesn't take advantage. It's buried into the hill. Sten, her second, back on 12. Nestles just outside bullseye for Onken. And flying above this beautiful metro park. Got beaches, Brian.
Literal beaches. Tossed a frisbee with the great Scott Stokely down by one of these, actually right down there the other day. It was a real treat.
Episode of Catch?
We're going to keep that under wraps. We'll see.
All right. Cap Merch. Ugh.
Soft bid.
After the events of 8, maybe a little trepidation on that bid.
It's okay. It's okay to have it land next to the basket, take the 3. Kristen's kind of got caught up. The line looked really nice. Didn't get the push forward at the end.
For her share of the lead and a 3-way tie at the top. Tatar.
She's been having to work hard on these putts. Just so many right at the edge of circle one, uphill, exposed basket.
Should be pars around here for the lead card on 12. Sten to kick off that. She waited for the wind to blow the branch out of the way.
That's a pro move right there.
Yeah. It gets gusty up here, doesn't it, Brian?
Yeah.
The top of by the hill.
Every single time. Again,
Up by
coming
the
off
road.
the road, that's the only time you'll get a somewhat consistent wind.
Murch gets in her par. Scoggins and Tatar will do the same.
Kristen is 5 for 10 from circle one today.
Wow.
Just multiple missed opportunities.
We're on 18. Smith throwing 3. If she bogeys, this brings Taylor Chosek back into the cut. So she needs a par or a bogey to make the cut. A double and she's out. That looks like a par.
It's gonna work.
Yeah, that should knock Taylor out. Haiti.
Oh boy.
Brian, where are we? Oh, we were long of the corner. Okay.
And that's actually a fine spot to be.
Yeah, she'll get up and down for par from there. Here's the par putt for Smith. She has struggled with the putter this weekend. Oh my goodness, Brian.
I can feel the nerves from
Can't
here.
you? And doing Taylor a favor. We'll get to watch Taylor tomorrow.
Man, I feel for Allie Smith.
Yeah,
I can't celebrate for anybody else right now because I know that feeling.
You ever experienced the yips like that, Brian?
I have.
Have you?
It's miserable.
And she's got to make this putt to make the cut. No, wait. Okay, good. Ooh, playing tomorrow, Allie Smith. Should be on the card with Taylor. There is that cut line. It's at 3.
Well, live to see another day.
Yep. I guess technically, Weiss could fall out down the stretch. That's about the only other cut line victim we could see, right?
Potentially. That is a potential.
We'll hope for the best for Jess on the way into the clubhouse. Just needs par or better down the stretch. Speaking of par, it's a par putt for Lina on 13. That was her 4th already?
You can get caught up back there and have a tough time getting up to the pin.
Wow. Sounds like we missed a pitch out. All right, let's jump back to the tee of the same Murch on the box.
Okay, going with the backhand turnover. This is how you get to the bullseye. Really nice. Really, really nice. That's going to be an up and down for birdie.
Just next to the entry to the gap right there for the second.
Wasn't throwing the driver. I think a 3 is just fine for
It looked like a mid
standards.
or a putter, didn't it?
Yeah.
Scoggins. Ooh. Yeah, Scoggins, a long eagle bid coming up with her green light. Hanley putting for birdie and the solo lead on 15's green.
She snuck through a little bit more than we thought.
She definitely did.
Got it. She is cooking right now. 9 down, 5 birdies in a row. What a round.
She is a talent. When she's playing near her ceiling, it's a joy to watch.
I mean, if she gets another birdie and gets the 10, I wonder what that round's going to be rated.
Tatar goes down the hill on 13. Maybe a little too much bend on this one. That's kind of where we saw Lina throw her third from, I guess.
Yeah, we will see what she has back there. It's thick, that's for sure. I think the right side actually is a bit more trampled through than the left.
Sten fading a little early, I think.
There's gaps.
There's gaps. Yeah, we saw that from Hanley, right?
Yes.
Just a few moments ago.
Pretty much similar spot.
16, Hanley, the island hole.
Is he going to sit down? Spotter's got to hustle. Gets the green.
Birdie putt coming up for Hanley if she wants it. We'll see. And Perkins, you've been watching Holland for the last couple holes. What's it like watching that greatness?
Oh yeah, Ian, she's locked in. I mean, the drive on 15, picture perfect. She got a little lucky on 15, but then capitalized on that putt. And then here, I think she and everyone else on her card thought that shot was going deep, and it just velcros at the last second. So she's going to have this putt for 6 in a row on this difficult back 9.
Oh, amazing stuff from Hanley right now. Thank you, Perk. Has grabbed a 1-stroke lead from the third card.
I mean, we talk about how tough it is to separate yourself from the players. There's always such bunches up towards the top. She is separating herself like crazy here.
On 14, Lina with a nice drive, flexing one right up the middle. Back to Sten on 13. Has one of those gaps lined up nicely.
Flawless. Someone's going to clip that.
Definitely memeable.
It was sharp. It was a sharp thumbs up.
It was. I believe I saw Kat Mersch lining up her second. Right on the edge of the gap. Tons of fairway to work with. Scoring update for you, Brian. Haiti Lina did par 13. So we did miss a shot. Good news there.
That is good news. 13 playing is the easiest hole today. 3.43 average. Makes sense. I mean, I mistook it for a par 3 earlier today.
Yeah.
It's a hole that the players can really easily get to if they hit the line right.
Tatar is over there somewhere.
Left side, not fun.
I think I saw a disc in the air. There it is.
That's great. That's just fun.
Hanley. There's OB in play on this birdie putt. Do you run it, Brian?
It says 103 feet. That's not 103 feet.
It was 103 inches.
Nice tap in for par there.
Yeah, that'll work on 16. Are we seeing any birdies on 16 today? Let's see here. Yeah, there's been 4 birdies on 16 today. Actually, Taylor got it on the way in. Eagle bid for Scoggins. Oh, finds the bottom of the cage. The bottom of that.
Now that's 103 feet. Nice shot there from Owen.
There you go. Taylor actually had a really nice back 9 on the way in.
It's great to get the scoring back there.
Yeah, 4 birdies, just 1 bogey to make the cut. Clutching up.
It's a wonderful feeling, that's for sure.
Tatar, a birdie putt. Just stay one off Merch.
There it is.
That also closes the gap to Hanley to 1.
You know, as we tap out, I do have to say, you know, if you're a newer player to these tour events and you're still kind of cutting your teeth, you haven't made the cut yet, making that first cut and then looking at players that you respect not making it, you start to feel that surge of confidence that, okay, wow, I can't believe I beat that person and that person. I think I got this. I think I can make it work out here. So
that's a cool moment on your Pro Tour career, right?
It really, really is. And you can truly feel like you're getting swallowed up out here by players just like Haiti Lina. Watching her throw like that. Well, it's got to sit.
That was pretty bad, Brian.
Thought that was going to get to flat, and it just kept cooking.
It's a tap-in par for Hanley on 16. Closing down that birdie stretch, but man, what a stretch it was. Back to 14, King.
There's got to be some crosswind that's shoving him off to the left. That's still going to be okay from Haley.
That's Holland handling a tee of 17. Perk, what's the wind here for Holland? She seems to be giving it a look before the tee shot.
Actually, the wind is relatively calm. What she does have is a little bit of right to left right now, so she needs to make sure to swing it wide.
Copy. Thank you, Perk. Holland discussing the play with partner and caddy Tyler. Lina for birdie, so she can cover up that approach.
Just one of those days.
Yeah. It's a disappointing par, and especially when you're Haiti Lina and you can palm the disc as far as she can.
Well, also, I think the disappointment for Haiti is the missed approach shot.
Right.
Just not reading the wind right.
Yeah. King, can she cover up her approach? No. Live with Holland and Hanley. Oh.
Get left.
Oh, it fought out. Perk, how's Hanley looking after that tee shot?
Yeah, kind of straightened out a little longer than she expected, but it just kicked out of the bush, so she's going to have a pretty clear look for her second.
Thank you, Perkins. That was Missy with a birdie putt. Back to 14 for Merch.
Yeah, if it sits.
I took the elevator up.
Great
halfway through
shot.
the flight.
Yeah.
It's a little switchy.
Talking about the wind swirling out here. This is one of those pockets you could pick up grass. It blows left and then blows right before it hits the ground.
Scoggins.
Backhand on.
Yeah.
Next
Well
year.
done.
Tatar.
That's good.
That was popped. Beautiful.
Now Sten.
Yeah, she's riding it.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah.
Had a great shot. And it seems like these discs are getting dragged off to the left side for the righty, so Sten does have that nice kind of pushing wind.
Gannon coming off back-to-back birdies on 13 and 14, now on the tee of 15.
You just got to talk to your disc and sneaks through.
Now hit that tree. It's like it's so hard to
In prime position after that tee shot.
It's a beautiful shot there off 15. Starting to get a little nervy.
That's a beautiful shot from our Flight Factory drone of hole 14.
I think there's a lot of people that wish they could fly at this point in the course. Their legs starting to get tired going up and down these hills.
This place is a hike.
You know, we climb the hills here. We climb the hills at Ivy Hill, and yeah, people say it's a treacherous hike physically, but man, I think there's a lot of people wanting some mountain golf out there on the Disc Golf Pro Tour at some point. I know Cell Signal's tough, but we all dream of getting out there at high elevation again.
It was fun. We had that match play event a couple years ago
At Bailey?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
Locals are still talking about some umbrella drives up there.
I bet. Shot from Owen, 20 feet.
Sten.
Oh!
Sit down, and it does. Should be a nice tailwind putt there.
Yeah, it was scary from the side.
But then you look at the feather banners and it's telling you a different story now.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
Merch. She doesn't like it. Will it fight back? No.
Oh no, and that's well within circle 2.
Yeah. This whole 14 just looks so easy, but it's kind of giving the field fits here and there.
It does help that it's the swirly wind, but because of that, I don't know. I feel like you'd want to play to the fat side and go forehand and not bring the out of bounds into question, but
Tatar is of your mind, Brian, here.
And this is a really overstable disc, Houston. Nice.
That's a likely two-stroke swing with Merch and Tatar right here. And Tatar could grab a share of the lead with Hanley with a make. The lead flying all over the place. That's when the network shines, though, Brian.
Yep, and that's when my heart rate goes crazy. I think tomorrow's going to be a really interesting day. We've watched players have great rounds. We've watched players have awful rounds just to follow it up, and now vice versa with Hanley today after coming back from a bad round yesterday, and it's hard to play consistently out here.
It was swung though. It's very swung. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you probably see the most.
Yeah. We weren't close.
Merch losing a bit of distance along with that stroke, throwing 4.
We don't worry about it though. We just throw the good shot.
Good enough.
Chicken noodle soup.
So Merch will be 1 off the lead after 14. It's at least Hall and Hanley. We'll see if Tatar will join that lead. Looks like Sten is up next, though, as we look down from our Flight Factory drone at this birdie putt.
Elevator down to the basement. Birdie there for Sten.
Those are always so scary. It's always nice when they drop in, though. Tatar for a share of the lead.
You know, at least you threw the putt hard. At least you're not missing off the cage. Then there's no chance.
High misses feel so much better than low.
So much. I mean, they sting, but yeah, they definitely feel so much better.
Never a doubt, Brian.
Textbook play there for Tatar. That's just doing her job right there.
Scoggins. Grabs the birdie. Oh, now at 16. Just 2 off the lead.
We were talking about Isaac Robinson in the same boat yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the makeup of a champion.
Yep. Lina on 15, her second.
That's that range.
Yeah.
It's been tough for Haiti today, but decent shot.
Second shot for Hanley on 17. So she's pitching one to the corner. That was yanked. It's going to fight back, though. Barely.
Sweating.
I got to think that slope affected that swing, Brian.
I mean, it must have,
Yeah.
but yikes.
Ooh.
That was too close.
Gannon lined up beautifully after a perfect tee shot.
There it is. Birdie putt there for Gannon.
And we saw Jessica Weiss pretty close to the cut. This is for bogey. A bogey and she's in. A double and she's out. You make the putt, you make the cut.
Heartbreaking. Hate to see it.
And that double, as you can see, dropping Weiss outside. And it's tough on the Pro Tour these days, but there's a world champion just below her, too. Paige Shue.
It is tough on the tour these days. There's a lot of players just fighting each and every weekend to make the cut, make the cash, and these are fantastic players in their own right.
Scoggins fires the forehand on 15. And she is loving that. On the green of the same lineup for birdie. Looks so good out of her hand.
Not today.
She missed just right.
Yeah.
Back to the tee to Tatar.
That's perfect. Straight look at the pin.
Back to the green. Gannon for birdie.
Okay.
3 in a row for Missy Gannon, grabbing a share of 5th with Sten. Speaking of, on the tee.
Oh, yeah. This is one where they can say lefty hole, and the lefties just smile and say, sorry. Can't help it.
Hanley, her 3rd on 17 to set up the birdie putt. Oh, yeah.
Just checks up a little bit. That's circle 1.
Merch on 15's tee.
Barely hanging on for dear life. That's worth a celebration.
Absolutely.
What, my wounded duck?
Wounded duck.
That's because I don't engage my wrist.
We out here shooting ducks.
They call it flapping bird.
Laughing bird.
I love if they can make fun of her sidearm and she just doesn't care. She's like, I make do with what I have. I'm working on it.
For the solo lead once again, Holland Hanley. Double digits on the day.
Nobody else is even close to that. Next best is 5 down.
By Rebecca Cox. How about that? Back to 15's fairway, Merch.
That's going to roll off something.
There's actually opens up out there. Nope.
Oh.
That's circle 2. That's going to be a long putt, but I've seen putts made from down there.
Sure. 18 with your leader, Holland Hanley.
She's going aggressive. She's going with the backhand. Green flag. Is she going to go for the birdie and go 11 down today?
Oh, yeah. Scoggins back to 15. Going in. It's probably short, though.
I mean, objectively, yes, but not that bad.
Not at all.
She was flexing her muscles yesterday. I think she used them on that shot.
Island hole for Gannon, 16. There's a
kick.
chance.
I don't know where the other guy is over there.
Out of bounds after one throw is the update from our live scorer, Tatar.
Just got to stay out of that.
Oh. Kicks out to a clean circle 2 look at least.
Yeah, you crunched it.
Haley did pick up the birdie on 15, now on the tee of 16.
I love this.
Absolutely love this. Bullseye for Haley.
Back to 15 again for Sten.
Come on. Let's just go. Yeah. Great job.
Sten heating up. It's going to be 3 in a row, Brian. That'll get her to 3 under on the day. 16 now with Finley. Let's see what the Duchess has in store for us.
Yep. All right.
Nicely done.
So we're flying above 16. Merch. Nice pitch out for par.
Way too low.
Tatar for a share of the lead once again.
Not going to happen for Kristen.
No. She's had so many circles edge looks today.
I know. It's been just one of those days. 7 for 12. Circle 1. I believe over 4 from circle 2.
Scoggins for birdie. Oh, chains out. Missed opportunity after great approach, and would have grabbed a stroke on Tatar and Merch there. And in fact, I would have grabbed a share of 3rd place. The putters looked a little weird for him today.
Yeah, that really strange miss on 8. It looked like her hand just didn't fire. And this one here, I mean, she's openly said how much she hates playing in even remotely cold weather.
Yeah.
I know I hate to use that excuse. I bet she's still probably struggling to keep the hand warm.
Good birdie from Sten. Moves to 14. That is solo 5th. One ahead of Gannon and King. Tatar par. Scoggins and Merch will do the same.
Yeah.
18 with Hanley looking at her second. She's taking a peek around the corner. See how aggressive to get. Brian, is she in position to attack the green from here?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Fun fact, just needs a par for her highest rated round ever.
How about a birdie?
Birdies are pretty good too.
Wow. Look for 11 down for Holland Hanley. What a day.
Is that the course record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a day like this.
On a windy, it wasn't day one where everything was calm and, scoring conditions.
100% C1X, 100% C2, 0 out of bounds. Hats off to Holland Hanley. What a day out there. Oh, she's the front runner as of now.
Let's go back to 16 for Sten. Grabbed a stroke on the card back on 15.
Get through it. Yeah!
Fights through just enough.
Man, turning this hole into an island has just completely changed the psychology on it. So many players doing exactly what Anakin just did.
Scoggins had a gem yesterday. She's going to need to get lucky too, and I don't think... Oh! She does.
Green.
Yeah. Fought through the heart of that tree.
Fought through the tree.
Tatar.
That's likely going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, that was out really early out of the hand.
Red flag.
Merch. One off the tar. Just needs a par here to make that stroke up.
Keep going.
And now hit a tree.
Sit. That's a putt right there. Oh.
Yeah.
Nice wizardry there, Ian. Wow.
Perfect.
Chance for birdie or a layup for par.
She high, but she hit the right tree.
Chance to take second place.
That is a putt. I love it.
This is our one-shot energy hole. Hole 16. You can use coupon code DGPT for 25% off your order over at oneshotenergy.com.
$396. There's a few options. I've seen players like an Aaron Gossage go left side forehand, and I really like that play. I'm surprised more players in the FPO that love the forehand aren't trying that line. Otherwise, you're throwing this hyzer flip, really specific shot. And if you hit anything, you're going to be out of bounds now. And that's, like I was saying, that added psychology, that stressor of making this an island shot, man, it's changed the way players play this hole.
You got that Mando drop zone thanks to our friend Simon Lazat.
Of course.
What an honor to have a rule named after you.
But you know what? We love when things evolve because players figure things out, and it's how we push the game to the next level.
That was some serious game theory by Simon right
Definitely.
there, you know? Looks like the lead card has reached the island, and Scoggins up first. A birdie bid, but she's laying this up for par. Inside the bullseye. Sten can't get too aggressive.
Yep. Yeah, Sade is a beat.
Just a gentle serenade on hole 16.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Now we're just kind of known for being, you know, kind of icy. She's pretty fun. From the drop zone to tar for par.
Just outside the bullseye, drop in par coming.
Merch for a share of second. Actually, for solo second, excuse me.
Kind of the first shaky putt we've seen from her in quite some time.
Yeah, it's all right.
You can understand being a little cautious with,
Oh, yeah.
with her hyzer putt and where that OB lies. I love that. Sten gets her par home. Tatar will walk to a bogey putt. She's going to slide back to Merch at 17. They are both now 2 off the lead of Hanley. And she's on 18 with a chance to make it 3. Has that birdie putt coming up. Chris going to make short work of that one. Couple pars coming up. Scoggins. And Merch a par. And they're on their way to 17 on 18. Holland Hanley walking to a birdie putt. This would guarantee. Oh, this is so much farther than it looked from the other camera. Looked like she was a bullseye, but needs a birdie to guarantee her highest rated round of all time. A par could still do it. Kind of depends on the propagators. And this is also for a 2-stroke improvement on the course record. A 1-stroke improvement.
Man, you shoot a 10 down on a day like this, that is something to be proud of. Nicely done. And just like that, we have a new leader. All weekend long, Ian, it's been up and down and up and down. Should be an exciting Sunday.
I love that our third cards are relevant now, Brian.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. And I think it also goes to how well this course is scoring, even with some holes like hole number 1 that aren't getting birdied. It's given you those scores from 7 to 10 that are hot. So there's plenty of room to go low under par, but you don't feel the pressure of having to birdie everything.
Here is the Hanley tap-in par. What a day. Course record for Holland Hanley. Man, right now that's a 2-stroke lead. And with 17 and 18, that could grow. It could shrink. You never know. They are not easy coming down the stretch.
Look at that. 3, 2, 3, 3, 10 down Holland Hanley. Now we're on 17, 2 holes remaining for the lead card. What do you like about this hole, Ian?
You know, I like the tee shot. I love that it's a par 5. You get a chance to scramble if it doesn't go perfectly.
I think it's a great eagleable par 5 for the field. I love that the 3 can be had if you get aggressive off the tee, but then you can be like an Owen Scoggins and chip 2 shots, get up and down, take the 4.
She has birdied this 7 rounds in a row.
That's unbelievable. The blueprint's there.
Yeah.
She's giving it to you. But the shot to get up to the green is tough. And depending on where you are off the tee, you have options. You can throw that backdoor hyzer and challenge those trees that kind of block the basket. Or you can throw the more high percentage shot that's tougher to pull off with kind of the turnover backhand. Really, really enjoy 17. Just an iconic hole out here at the Toboggan.
You like any hole that makes you think a little.
Love it.
It gives you options, gives you risk reward, and it does that in spades here. Take a look at our Birdie Zone provided by our friends over at Birdie Pro. You can grab a copy of the best-selling disc golf board game in the world over at BodaBrothers.com.